Until roots rotted and sunburns hot, and you search for well, you have to start. Not to reach far, not to run more, 'cause maybe what you're looking for.
There once was a plentiful land, or perhaps it is yet to be, populated with diverse creatures and organisms, mutually nurturing the common web underneath, inside, or above them. But balance is always illusory. Things started to change. Everyone felt it differently, but yet the same. Something was on the move. There was no point in measuring temperatures or scanning the face of the world anymore. The figures developed a life of their own, refusing to participate. They became part of the forces they couldn't explain anymore. What remained was fear and tales of hope, clothed in mists of confusion. But in the high mountains, the anxious cries always die out, drifting with the wind from one rock to the other. How could they break through the thick walls of dawn and storm, resting heavily upon those who forgot both the beauties and woes of the outer world? To light a candle is always to cast a shadow, and the shadow grows. It doesn't stop because you're slight or frail, feasting upon everything vibrant and living. It turns to mud or sand, whatever stands in its way.
When the roots rot, when sun burns hard, the search for well you have to start. Not to reach far, not to run more, close may be what you're looking for.
So the fire burns, but who is to blame? Is there always a spoiled mind or a mean word at the beginning of every patch of darkness? Who were the parasites? Where did they come from? And was it them or us? One could walk the land many times without ever finding any answer. Maybe it's out of our reach. Maybe it never existed at all. But if so, what should they look for? Shall they remain lost forever?
You have to start, not to reach far, not to run more close, maybe what you're looking for.
Perhaps the answers just don't speak any language, or perhaps they don't speak it anymore. But would they share even if they did? Transmitting fractions of times and spaces from the voids in between, to leave everyone to bloom or to pass, to give them what they deserve. Not to disrupt the flow of fate. But if there really was a way, could one find it walking alone? And does one give their own air, water, or soil? The soft whispers alert to touch, to feel, to place skin to fur, layer to flux.
Until it's until sun burns hot, and the search for where you have to start.
Do they hear it? A distant calling, making sense of it, touching the other sincerely, not to burn but to share warmth. And at the fusing point, to slowly begin to blur. Not to understand, not to know, just keep cutting the little holes, tirelessly. But it takes so much courage to change or to disappear. Can one ever forget oneself? Only to see through. Can they still care despite the dangers? When the night is too dense, maybe more flames must burn, but one must always think of the shadows they cast. A light that bright could perhaps shine through all the tough stones, as well as the ambits to forget. waking up after a long, long sleep. Because in the end, no one is an island.